Hello and welcome back to another episode of Good Dreams. Today we are playing the highly ambitious open world racing game called Frontier, and it's developed by a duo you might be familiar with, that being Sandero Bros and S. Doran of critical fame and the development for Tectonic, the explosive tsunami earthquake driven racing game that is pretty much the predecessor to this one. This, however, doesn't have all those fancy explosions and instead trades them in for an open world adventure experience. That being, everything you see on the map is real. You can drive to it. As Todd Howard famously used to say, if you can see it, you can drive in or walk to it. And you can do that here in Dreams. It's real and it's amazing. It's the biggest technical achievement I've seen in Dreams so far. The fact that we have this huge open world fully realized with a fantastic graphics and zero loading. No more levels, no more hopping between checkpoints. It's real and it works. Now, this is not going to be a traditional review. I'm doing this live and in one take. But I have played this game already for about an hour to get my thoughts on it, and I want to share them with you now live. This is going to be more of a philosophical discussion on dreams and game development, more so than a critique on this game. But I think it's one that will be interesting to have. I feel this is almost like the edge, let's see, the swan song for dreams, perhaps. It's that critical point. I think it's showing the limitations of what dreams has to offer, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, and we'll go into that a little bit right now. First off, I just want to say this is an amazing achievement for the developers. I cannot praise them enough. They are literally pushing this engine to its absolute limits, and it really shows. So hats off to them, many applause. It's amazing. But let's talk about some of the downfalls of it. While it's amazing they got this open world experience to even exist, the cost is quite high because it's an amazing open world that is empty with almost nothing to do. It's got time trials, and I've done all 5 or 6 of them, completed them. And that's fine, but they're just, the standard time trials. You go from point A to point B in X amount of time. And if you fail to do that, you have to do it again. And those are fun, but they're just time trials, which are basically just time wasters in a normal game. It's not that compelling of gameplay. And that's kind of the sad part, is that the trade-off that had to happen in order to make an open world game is they had to make an empty open world game. And that's kind of sad. It's showing that Dreams is so close to offering greatness, but not quite there. It's just held back just enough where we can do these amazing things, amazing open worlds. But the cost is so high where the open worlds have to be empty. It's why I actually like Tectonic more than this, even though I played this for an hour or over an hour. It wasn't a very fun hour. It was more just an hour of me trying to get through all the time trials to complete them to see if there's actually anything at the end. And there is. I'll show you that now. You can go into this awesome flight mode, which is obviously a ripoff of Back to the Future, which is fantastic, and it's an awesome way to travel around the map and also show the amazing scale of the map, which literally takes you probably a good 10-15 minutes to drive from end to end, all with fantastic frame rate and sight views. So you can unlock this at the end. It's really cool. However, and it's a big however, the core gameplay, which we'll do an event now, is it's pretty uneventful, let's put it that way. As you see, we're just going to drive around for a little bit, and this is the whole event. Now we got some good music, I'm gonna just tone down the music for a second so I don't get drowned out. But like, this is just not that very compelling a gameplay. It's just something to do, and that's pretty much it. It's not as enticing or as heart racing as Tectonic was, which I would love to see more of that. Versus, this is like a technical achievement, more like a tech demo, and it's amazing at doing that, but that's pretty much it. It's almost bringing up this question of, is this something that should be put on a pedestal to showcase what Dreams is capable of? Or is it almost highlighting the downfall of Dreams, which is, it's so close to being good, but limited so much, where you can make something you want to make, but you're going to be highly held back and not able to actually fully realize your dream. It makes me really kind of wish we had an actual PlayStation 5 version of Dreams that wasn't held back by the PS4 hardware capabilities. I feel like if we could make a game like this in Dreams, but actually have it filled with AI competing racers or civilian drivers or zombies we had to run over, or just something that gave the world life. That's what this is missing. And it's just so disappointing. It almost makes me worried about the future of Dreams a little bit. Yeah, because this is clearly pushing Dreams to the absolute limit. And if that's the case, there's no more juice to get out of Dreams. That's a little sad that this is the best that Dreams might have to offer. It's, again, really amazing, but it's kind of like that philosophical question of like, what is the future and potential of Dreams? I'm really excited for multiplayer in Dreams. That will help. But again, could we have multiplayer in this kind of open world experience, or would that be pushing it over the limit? And even if we did, what would you do? It would just be an empty open world again. Like, that's the problem. It seems Dreams allows either for really amazing small experiences or ambitious projects that are vast and amazing but empty and ultimately meaningless. It's very fascinating. It feels like Dreams is so close to being something amazing and yet just doesn't quite get there. Yeah, so I really feel this game, Frontier, is basically a beautifully boring technical triumph for Dreams. That's what it comes down to. And while I applaud the developers for making it, it really highlights the pros and cons of Dreams. So yeah, this is pretty much my take on the game. I'm very curious what y'all think of it. Maybe you have a different opinion, and I would love to have that conversation. So feel free to let us know what you thought, what you feel in the comments below. For now though, I think I'm gonna go play a different game. This is why, despite being a marvelous technical achievement, Frontier sadly fails to capture our hearts. While it is a gorgeous open world with wonderful graphics and the best driving physics available in Dreams, it unfortunately is an empty open world that sadly has very little to actually do in the form of long-term gameplay, and as a result is quite boring to actually play. This is why Frontier gets a total of 3 out of 5 stars for us, but we look forward to seeing more from these fantastic 2 developers. As always, thank you for watching, and have the sweetest of dreams.